Good evening and welcome to this evening's meeting of the Port Jarvis City School District Board of Education. At this time, I'd like to have a motion and a second to resume regular session, please.
Second.
Bill Harris, second by Bill Onfrey. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. At this time, I'd ask that everyone stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence. Brian, can you lead us in the pledge, please?
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. At this time, I'd like a motion and a second to approve the board meeting agenda, please.
So moved.
Brian?
Second.
Second by Jason. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. The next item on the agenda is that of public comment. We have one person signed up this evening, Barbara Marcelik, and as you approach the podium, I'll just remind you that the rules of public comment are that you may not address specific personnel matters, employees, or otherwise, and you'll have a limit of 5 minutes. Jason, would you be the timekeeper, please? Thank you.
Hello. So, two things I wanted to discuss today. First, I wanted to praise the students that played at the band concert yesterday. It was amazing. Those students, you could tell, worked hard over the years, and it was just a joy to hear them. Actually, some of the songs brought me to tears. They did such a wonderful job, and the community really needs to know that these things are, when they are, so that they can attend. I know the parents get a chance to come and the grandparents, but some community members don't really know what goes on inside the school building because they might not have children that are in the district, but it was marvelous. And so I wanted to congratulate the music teacher and the school for continuing such a wonderful program, and all the students that were up there. They really did a fantastic job. It's like I actually went to a Philharmonic. It was really wonderful. And if you have not got a chance to go, you should go to the next one. You'll be pleasantly surprised. The next topic is something that's very true to my heart, because I am in this community as a psychiatric provider, therapist, and a prescriber. So I talk to and deal with many, not just adults, but children in the community. With that being said, during the pandemic, it has been a very difficult time. And now things are beginning to open up, and we're resuming business, hopefully not as usual. And by that I mean things like bullying. There's been a constant bullying, not just in this school district, but in many school districts. And many children have been already grossly stressed out and depressed and anxious what they have faced over the last couple of years. So when they go back to school and the bully continues, or it's even worsened, it is traumatic for them. They don't want to go to school. They are actually requesting to be homeschooled, and they're looking up homeschooling themselves. That will be a problem for the district. So there are many individuals in that school that face a lot of things, not just from the children that are there, but also from some of the mentors or the adults that are there. I don't understand what goes on in the building. I'm not in the building. Only some of you are. So I think there needs to be some sort of protocol or better planning in prevention, in education, and better reprimanding of those that have actually done things to hurt others. And a lot of it actually is emotional and verbal. So hence mental abuse. These children come home, they don't tell their parents. They're afraid to eat because they don't want to ask to go to the bathroom. They don't take their medications because they're afraid that a stigma will be on top of them. It is very extensive. I've been in this community for 3 years. I have reached out many times to many people. I don't have a problem ever working with any of the counselors, the guidance office, or the school psychologist, and I am readily available. whether in Port Jarvis or in other parts of Orange County. Utilize the services if you can, and I am sending an invite to do so. So please just be mindful, because there's many community members and many parents that are confused, and grandparents. We have a lot of grandparents in this community specifically that are guardians to their grandchildren, and they don't understand half the things that are going on, meaning the behaviors of these children. So just please be mindful and maybe speak to the teachers or the guidance counselors and look at some children whose actions or behaviors have changed. There might be some sort of trauma or something from the pandemic that has lingered that needs to be addressed. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. The next item on the agenda is administrative reports. Mr. Riddell.
Thank you very much. I would like to open up with just thanking the community for the tremendous support of our budget, as well as the proposition to increase the spending authorization for the capital project. Just really appreciation for that and coming out and voting. We are gearing up for the work to begin at the middle school in just over a month. We've also begun the planning and design meetings with teachers and staff that will be involved with phase 2 of the project. These meetings have been very productive, and we are beginning to see the architectural designs really beginning to develop and materialize. It's very exciting to see all the parts of this plan coming together, and I do want to point out that I did post 3 brief videos on our website last week. It's on the capital project link. This is really meant to, the intent is to provide information on the capital project, and we'll continue to post these 5-minute videos to update the community on progress and where we are with the project as things develop. I also wanted to point out and also thank Mr. Murata and Mrs. Cook. We conducted a few meetings this week. Monday evening, we met with the current 6th grade parents and the students via Google Meet to discuss the plans for next year. Last night, we met with the current 7th grade parents and students. So I felt both were very productive and the questions were outstanding. And we have plans to do subsequent meetings with both of those groups as well. And we're now in the home stretch of the school year, the final weeks of the school year. Many events to honor our students, celebrate their success in and out of the classroom. And in addition to many of the events that we have throughout this season, I just wanted to highlight just 2 of them. One is, Barbara mentioned the music concert last night that was outstanding. We also had an incredible art show last Friday night in this cafeteria. The entire cafeteria was filled with artwork and our young artists, and it was incredible. From some of our youngest students on up to a couple of our seniors that actually had their own little displays up here, going to art school to pursue that as a career. It was amazing, and I encourage everyone, just like we would go to a sporting event or even a concert, come check out the art shows whenever we have them. It's amazing what our students do. It's also a testament to our art teachers and what they do to not only improve the skills and creativity, but also, just as important, the love for art. So I just wanted to point out that about our art program. And the second item, I know Dr. Walkowitz will probably touch on it. She will now, I guess, after I mentioned it. But I just wanted to highlight this morning we had the Seal of Biliteracy presentations in our gym. And basically what this is this is one of the components for our students to prove that they are eligible to earn the Seal of Biliteracy, literacy in 2 languages. And what was really neat was we went from table to table and the students presented, but in some cases English is not their first language. English would be their second language. So we had an individual that did her presentation in Pakistani and taught us about Pakistan, and it was great, but also demonstrating the fluency in English. And then same thing with a young lady from Korea, Venezuela. But then there were other students that English is their first language, and they were doing their presentations in French and Spanish. It was just remarkable. And the board knows when we were doing the ASI interviews, Assistant Superintendent for Instruction interviews, one of the questions that was asked was, we want to do the seal of biliteracy this year. Is it possible? And Dr. Walkowitz said, yes, we'll get it done. Dr. Walkowitz got it done. Mr. Lazaro, great work at the high school, but the point people, Mrs. Fedoric, the foreign language teachers, the French and Spanish teachers, made this happen, and what we saw today in our gym should make us all very, very proud. It was exceptional, and just congratulations to the students on that. And I'll close that with our next meeting. We will have our top 10 for the class of 2022 here, which I think is one of our favorite events, and we will see them in just one more opportunity to recognize our students. So, thank you.
Sure. Thanks. Dr. Walkowitz?
I just want to take a moment to thank the public for supporting our budget and proposition last night. And I want to thank all the participants in the art show last week. It was amazing. Very amazing to see some of the talent in our district. And also the concert last night was incredible. And it was like nothing skipped a beat from COVID. I was just thoroughly impressed. And I just, like I said, like Mike said, and we just want to invite everyone to come because you have to come to those events. They're so amazing. I want to congratulate Haley Dugdale, just hot off the press last night. She was selected as the National Youth Delegate for an Environmental Summit at George Mason University in Washington, D.C., which she'll attend at the end of June to July 1st. So congratulations, it's a big honor. I have a little flyer if you want to read more about it. And like Mike mentioned, we had our first ever Port Jarvis Seal by Literacy Showcase this morning. The students blew us away. We didn't know how this was going to go because we were, experimenting for the first time. But up till today was kind of their capstone project for the year to celebrate their dual language. And some of the students we learned actually had 3 language proficiencies. So there were 4 of them, yeah. So it was pretty cool. And they said, no, we're just going to demonstrate 2 today. So there, I know. But it was really great to see. We have 11 students that are in the works for qualifying for that seal. It's, like we mentioned before in previous board meetings, it's a nationally recognized and world recognized seal that will go on their diploma, and they'll get some sort of graduation thing to recognize them for that accomplishment. So 11 are up for that great award for this year. With that said, we are also on the way. We are starting our kickoff meeting to work on the Seal of Civic Readiness. So we already have a partnership with the Orange County Youth Bureau, and who runs all the volunteer experiences in the county. We're going to do a big kickoff event that we're planning now with the community riders. So I can't give too much because it's going to spoil the fun for the fall, but we're going to have a whole youth volunteer fair for our high school and middle school kids to get involved in the community. And that's going to just promote our Passport for Good initiative where they can document their civic responsibilities that they work in the county or in our Port Jervis. So I just want to say we're going to kick that off with our social studies teachers because there's a lot, same kind of steps to get towards that seal. It is state recognized, and it'll be a great accomplishment for our students and for our school district. And then last but not least, safe travels to our seniors coming up for their trip to Busch Gardens. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thanks. Mr. Tim?
Thank you. So I as well would like to thank the public for supporting the budget and the proposition.
At the start of the budget development, I threw around terms like this, being transparent and maintaining fiscal responsibility, and then maintaining and enhancing programs, ultimately providing premier education and experience for our students. And I want to say that I really feel that this budget fills all those goals, and I want to thank the community for both the proposition, the budget and the proposition, so thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tim. Okay, the next item on the agenda is approval of the results of the May 17, 2022 annual budget vote and election. This is a roll call vote on this item. So, Brian?
Yes.
Nancy?
Yes.
Bill Harris?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Bill Onifrey?
Yes.
Kara?
Yes.
Flo?
Yes.
And I'm a yes.
Yes. Can we make a motion?
Oh, can I have a motion and a second for that? I'm sorry.
I'll move it. Second.
Bill, both bills. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
We all did the roll call vote. Okay, thanks. Okay, item 6 is consent agenda items. These items include the minutes from the May 3rd, 2022 regular meeting, minutes from the CSE meeting of 3/16, 3/28, 3/30, 3/31, 4/1, 4/22, 4/25, 4/26, 4/27, 4/28, 4/29, 5/2, 5/3, 5/4, and 5/5/22. CSE meeting minutes annual review for 22-23 from 3/29, 3/30, 3/31, 4/21, 4/22, 4/25, 4/26, 4/27, 4/28, 4/29, 5/2, 5/3, 5/4, 5/5, and 5/10. Minutes of the CPSE meeting minutes annual review for 22-23 from 3/8, 3/30, 4/25, 4/26, 4/27, and 5/2. CPSE meeting minutes for the 21-22 school year from 4/27, 5/2, 5/6, and 5/10/22. The treasurer's financial report for April, and consent to dispose of equipment technology department. May I have a motion and a second for this item, please? Flo?
I'll second.
Second by Kara. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Item 7 is personnel employment items. These items include resignation instructional staff position 207 science teacher, resignation support staff position 445 grounds worker, resignation instructional staff substitute teacher, appointment support staff vacancy 2440, temporary per diem seasonal laborer, appointment instructional staff vacancy 2415, position 113 probationary math teacher, appointment instructional substitute teacher for the 21-22 school year, appointment support staff substitute cleaner, increase of hours support staff vacancy 2429 for food service helper, an amendment to board docs personnel agenda item from May 3rd. May I have a motion and a second to approve the personnel employment items as listed, please? Brian?
Second.
Second by Bill Onfrey. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Item 8A, acceptance of $750 Earth Day grant for Port Jervis High School. May I have a motion and a second for this item, please? Well,
Second.
second by Nancy. Is there any discussion?
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Item 8B, Board of Education meeting dates calendar for the 22-23 school year. May I have a motion and a second to bring this item to the floor, please? Jason?
Second.
Second by Flo. Any questions on this one? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Item 8C, acceptance of check for $1,000 from the University of Michigan to Port Jervis High School for participation in Survey Monitoring the Future, a continuing study on American youth. May I have a motion and a second to bring this item to the floor, please? Flo?
Second.
Brian? Is there any discussion on this one?
Good, thanks.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Item 8D, Access Physical Therapy Wellness Rockland PLLC, agreement for school year 22-23. May I have a motion and a second for this item, please? Bill Harris.
Second.
Second by Brian. Is there any discussion on this item? All in favor? Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Item 8E, PMA Management Corporation Workers' Compensation Plan, third-party administrator. May I have a motion and a second for this item, please? Flo?
Second.
Jason? Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Item 8F, policy, second and final reading of policies number 4310, 4320, 4330, 4410, 5110, 5120, 5130, 7210, and 7552. May I have a motion and a second on this item, please?
I'll second.
Any question? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Item 8G, Quality Bus Transportation Contract Extension Agreement. May I have a motion and a second for this item, please?
I'll move it.
Kara?
Second.
Second by Jason. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Item H is resolution of the Port Jervis City School District Board of Education regarding appeal of Education Law 3214 hearing. Okay, at this time be it resolved that the Board of Education, having reviewed an appeal of an Education Law 3214 student discipline matter in executive session, hereby affirms the superintendent's determination in all respects and directs the district clerk to notify the appropriate parties of such decision. May I have a motion and a second for this item, please?
I'll move it. I'll second.
Bill Harris, second by Brian. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Okay, next item on the agenda is item 9A, which is board committee reports. Anybody have any? Nancy?
The board policy committee meeting met on today, but there's no minutes ready yet. The meeting prior to that was on April 6th. The committee was called to order at 12:08 by Mr. Rydell. Minutes from March 2nd had previously been sent to all members for review. A motion was made by Mrs. Lash and seconded by myself to approve the minutes as written and carried unanimously. Under new business, we had received the March Policy Pulse, which addressed Policy 7552 on student gender identity. This was originally suggested back in August of 2015, but after consultation with our lawyers at that time, it was decided that it was not required and was unnecessary. Erie One has since sent revisions to it in response to the recent Gender Recognition Act, which amended civil rights laws section 64 to require districts to update an individual's name on any document or record issued or maintained by the district upon the submission of a name change order. Failure to comply would put us in violation of New York State human rights law and civil rights law. We again contacted legal, who reviewed their suggested policy, and we were told at that time to go ahead with its adoption at this time. The committee reviewed it, made a few minor changes, and unanimously decided to place it on the May 3rd Board of Agenda for a first reading of this new policy. There were no other new business. The only policy 4320, 4330, 4410, 5110, 5120, 5130 were all reviewed, and minor changes were made in verbiage, and of course they were all personalized with the Port Jervis School District, and they were on the May 3rd Board Agenda for a first reading. Policy number 7210 on student evaluation, promotion, and placement was discussed. Dr. Walkowitz had brought it up at our last meeting and questioned if we wanted language changed in that particular policy, since the elementary schools are now on trimesters rather than quarters. We needed some clarification of when parents need to be notified regarding possible retention. It was decided to add a specific date, namely by April 15th, and this will be added to paragraph 2 on page 3, and it was unanimously decided to put this as well on the May 3rd board agenda for a first reading. Let's see. We were reminded, the administration was reminded that policy number 5665 on wellness requires a triennial assessment of the policy and its implementation, and we wanted to make sure it was being done because it had not been done in previous years. We're still checking into this. There were no other new business on the floor at that time. The committee set a date of Wednesday, May 18th at noon, which is when we met, and you'll get those minutes next time. So, yeah.
Thank you. Any other committee reports? Okay, next item on the agenda is board member comments. We'll start with you tonight, Brian.
Just congratulations to, can I say the name now? Am I allowed to mention the teacher's name?
Yeah, I was about to do that myself, but
Congratulations to, is it Ms. Antelek?
Yes.
Abby, why don't you go ahead and stand up? If I could just interrupt Mr. So this is Abby Antelek. She's originally from Beacon, but she's a math teacher up in Skinevus, New York, which we've learned where that is now, so we were unaware. Yeah, Abby really stood out at the building level, according to Mr. Lazaro with her demo lesson. We had the opportunity to meet with her in addition to the passion for math. It was also obvious that she was very active in the school community as an advisor, tutoring, and you could just sense the energy. And so really excited about Ms. Antelek joining us. And you know how awesome your department is because you actually have some of your colleagues here tonight to welcome you, and I'm sure that's not a coincidence. So yeah, you're joining an amazing team in an amazing high school, but welcome, Abby. It's going to be a pleasure to watch all that you do in our school district. So congratulations.
Thank you.
That's it.
Mr. Harris, nothing. Mr. Humphrey?
Just like to congratulate all the candidates to the board, and big welcome to the new members, Annie Foster and Mike Hockenberry. I said the new members. He's a
He's a veteran.
he's a veteran. I'm sorry. Yes.
Flo?
Okay, Bill, I'm going on.
What?
I would like to thank everybody that came out last night to vote, and thank you for voting for our budget and our proposition. Congratulations to our new board members and Bill. I'll do enjoy a lot of work here. Also, on the art show, I did go to Friday night, and I couldn't walk up and down the aisle enough. I was so impressed that some of these, all of these, all had their own individual designs that you were like, some of them I couldn't understand, I'll be honest with you. I'm a little old, but some of them were like, I was taken back from it. And I want to thank the art teachers for putting their time and effort into this because it was just a wonderful, wonderful show that was put on that night. I don't know if I could do this or not, but I'm going to do it. Camp Huguenot, which was YMCA camp. And we always have a deal with the town of Deer Park residents for their little kids to go to camp for the summer. And the town makes a deal with the camp. This year, they've been closed for a couple of years, and as everybody knows, now they are known as Camp Huguenot. And they came to the town hall, we talked and everything. So we're getting ready to go into our new cycle of having the kids go up to camp. They cut it because they're new now. And I believe it's the Walmart family that bought it. And as a matter of fact, they took less money so the Walmart family could have it because they're into the camps and the kids and they don't want it to get overrated and stuff. But anyway, go back on track. We do the summer program, and it's usually, we do 2 weeks for each kid or whatever. But one of the stipulations is they cut the ages. It used to be 5 to 12, now it's 7 to 12. So the younger ones aren't going because they're just getting into it, which is understandable. But one of the biggest things is no lunch. They were not serving them food. It was only going to be a snack in the morning and a snack in the afternoon. Now they go from 7:30 in the morning to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And they would have to bring their own lunch. And I wouldn't be able to do it, I'll be honest with you. So I made a call and I came down and I spoke to our superintendent. And I said, can you help us? Because it's not only Deer Park resident kids that go there, it's Port Jarvis. And I know that they cook because they have a summer program and they have this. So Mr. Rydell, and I hope I'm not stepping on anything or getting in trouble for it, he worked with not only to Camp Huguenot, but talk to the state and talk to Port Jarvis, and they're all getting together and doing what they have to do. And our kids at camp, Port Jarvis and Deer Park and whatever, will have lunch. They won't have to worry about the parents bringing it and stuff. So I want to thank you so much. And today, I'm telling you, it's not what you know, it's when you know. Oh, no, I didn't say that. I want to thank you so much, Mr. Rydell, for doing what you did. That's right. I know what to do. Thank you, Willie. Thank you. You know, how many years? I mean, it's only been a couple of years that I've been here. I can't handle the chairs anymore. I can't. So I would take a chair out from the other room and bring it out here. That chair, because I couldn't. I just couldn't do it no more. So they said everybody should have one, and I tell you, I wanted HBE's chairs, and you've known I said that time and time again. HBE has wonderful chairs. I'm going to rob them one day. I'm going to rob them one day. But, you know, and I thank you, because sometimes we are sitting here 2, 3, 4 hours, and it's a little tough, especially when you're little. What's the word I'm looking for? Kids, don't listen to this. But thank you. And thank you for everybody, for everything you do, and the teachers, and it's a good year. It'll be a good year, and I know it will. Thank you.
Jason.
No, I'll just echo Abby, congratulations and welcome. Congratulations to the new candidates, and congratulations to the community and the district on the vote. That's all I'm going to throw in. Thank you.
Kara?
Thank you for supporting the budget and the proposition. And I also want to thank or congratulate Annie, Mike, and Bill. I look forward to continuing to work with you, Bill, and look forward to working with the both of you as well.
Nancy?
Same thing. Congratulations to Haley for her award, and to Bill, Mike, and Annie. Thank you to the voters for voting our budget and our proposition in. And congratulations to our artists and musicians of our school. See, I have no doubt. I'm not surprised by any of it. I just think that's so wonderful. And of course to the students who earned their degree of honor this week. But a special congratulations to Colleen Koenig, who was named by K104 Radio as Teacher of the Month.
Oh.
Yeah. Online, but I thought that was kind of cool. Did you look at the video? And that is all.
Okay, and I will reiterate everyone else's words. I won't repeat everything, but I too attended the high school band concert last night, and it was just so nice to finally see the kids back on stage after 2 years. It's just, there was no, it was just fabulous. Thank you to the community for supporting the budget and the referendum, and congratulations to our new board members. I was fortunate enough, I've never been able to attend a lot of the daytime events around here because I always worked. Now I try to get to every one of them because I don't work anymore. So I went this morning not really knowing what to expect at the Sealed by Literacy, and I too was blown away. Not only by the fact that probably 2/3 of the kids were still on the stage last night at 8:30, and yet they were here at 8 o'clock in the morning with PowerPoints ready to go. And I just thought it was really great. And one of the young men there, one of the questions that was posed to him is, what are you going to do after you leave school? Do you think you'll ever come back to Port Jarvis? And he's a new resident. He's only been here a year. And I was really touched by the fact that he said he was so welcomed when he came here. He said, there's mean all over. He says, but he didn't feel any mean in Port Jarvis. And I just thought that was a great thing for our staff and our kids to know that they welcome someone from another country. And, you know, he's done so well here. So, it was a great thing. I had no idea we had such talented kids when it came to foreign language. I could say 1 or 2 words in French, and that's about it. But great job by everybody that was involved in that today. And with that, I have dates to remember, and it's a very long list because it's that time of year. So here we go. Thursday through Sunday, May 19th to the 22nd, the senior class of 22 is on a trip to Busch Gardens, Virginia. Have a great time. Thursday, May 19th, ASK kindergarten screenings at ASK. Friday, May 20th, AJAC Awards ceremony, 10 a.m. at the Paramount Theater in Middletown. Thursday, May 20th, progress report distribution number 4, available online in School Tool. Friday, May 20th, HBE DARE graduation at HBE. Monday, May 23rd, HBE Band and Chorus concert at 7 p.m. here in the high school auditorium. Tuesday, May 24th, ASK Spring Concert at 7 p.m. here in the high school auditorium, and the New York State Science Test Performance Grade 4 in the morning in the elementary schools. Makeup dates will be through May 25th, from May 25th through June 3rd. Wednesday, May 25th, ASK Kindergarten screenings at ASK. Monday, May 30th, high school pep band will participate in the Memorial Day Parade. They're to meet at 10 a.m. in the middle school parking lot. Wednesday, June 1st, ASK 6th grade students middle school tour at 11 a.m. in the middle school. Thursday, June 2nd, ASK DARE graduation. Thursday, June 2nd, scholarship night by invitation only, 6 p.m. at the Port Jervis High School auditorium. Friday, June 3rd, Senior Port Pride Walk Day all day. Sunday, June 5th is baccalaureate at 6 p.m. at St. Mary's. Monday, June 6th is the New York State Science Test, the written portion for grade 4 with makeup dates of June 7th and 8th. That'll also be in the morning in the elementary schools. Monday, June 6th is the Port Jervis High School choral concert at 7 p.m. in the high school auditorium. And Tuesday, June 7th will be our next Board of Education meeting here at 7 p.m. in the high school cafeteria. With all those dates, hope you got them all, everybody, on your little pad and paper. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting. Flo? Second by Nancy, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.